Woo! What is going on, everybody? Today we've got a pretty cool video. We're going to talk about what it's like to own and fix a BMW that is out of warranty. Alrighty, so behind me we've got my wonderful 135 IS, as most of you are familiar with, and she is just about to roll over 60,000 miles, so she is well out of warranty. And she's had a bit of issues here and there. She's got a couple of things that need fixing right now. If you guys have followed the channel, you've seen that my radiator fan and everything was just recently replaced, which, being out of warranty, as you can guess, was extremely expensive to fix. All in all, fixing that problem right there cost me close to $3,000. It was like $2,775 or something like that from the dealership, because it needed to be specially coded for BMW and registered and all this other proprietary crap that BMW makes you go through if you buy BMW specific parts. Now I know what most of you are thinking here. Why don't you just go to a third-party shop or like a tuning shop or anything else like that? And that was definitely an option, but every shop that I called asking for the relay and everything like that apparently just didn't have the resources to code it in and do everything that needed to work. They could replace the relay for me, and then I'd have to go to a dealership additionally to get it coded in and programmed and all this other crap that just didn't seem like fun. You might as well just go to the dealership and get it all done. So yeah, it was pretty expensive for that. Now, for the other things that I have to fix on my car at the moment, my oil filter housing gasket is leaking at the moment, which I'll show you guys here. It's not super bad. It's not something that's like crazy out of control. It's not like dripping on my belt or anything like that, but you guys will see here, I have a leak that is around the other side of this, and oof, I just was out driving around, so everything in here is really hot to touch. But yeah, it's a pretty slow leak. There's really not even like dripping. It's just kind of moist down there. You can tell that it's misting a little bit somewhere. But I've probably got another like 10,000 miles or so out of it before it becomes like a real problem. But I kind of want to get that fixed and taken care of before we start boosting the car even more and getting more power out of it, just because, you know, you never want to put more power down on your car with leaks and things that your pressurized system isn't the pressure that it's supposed to be. So I'm really working on getting that fixed before we move forward with the modifications on the car. But what makes this a hassle on my car and other N55 engines is there is a bolt hidden down in this deep dark crevice of no return where everything gets lost, but it's underneath the intake manifold, and you have to take the intake manifold off. Well, it's recommended to take it off. I mean, I guess you could get away with kind of unbolting it and moving a little bit, fit a swivel in there or something, but you need to take it off and get it out of the way to access the oil. Ah, God, I keep touching that. It's so hot. You need to take it off to access it comfortably and to get the bolts and screws and everything back in the right way. So if you're taking that intake manifold off, you've got to replace that gasket, just because if you're opening anything with a gasket, it's kind of a good general rule of thumb to replace it, just so it's 100% good and secure after that. So gasket over there has got to be replaced, all these gaskets got to replace, and apparently I'm told the coolant needs to be drained to do this. I'm not 100% sure on why. I've seen people do it without draining the coolant, but every shop I've ever talked to, even the dealership, says we got to drain the coolant to do it. So I'm not going to discount their word for it. So you know what? It's something that I'm probably not going to be able to do myself. I could do it myself, but I don't own a lot of the tools to really do it myself. I don't own any swivel ratchets or anything. You guys seen my toolkit, my little $11 Husky tool set that I've got like 10 years ago. So yeah, that's something that needs to be fixed. And my oil pan. The oil pan itself is leaking sort of in the same way. It's got like that little misting kind of on the bottom of the oil pan I looked at. I've gone down and taken the underbelly pan off and looked really hard for the leak or anything else, and I can't really see like hardcore oil or anything like that. It's just kind of like a moist mist. That's kind of a tongue twister. Try and say moist mist or mist moist like 5 times fast. It's kind of weird. Moist mist, moist. I'm not even going to attempt that again. I feel stupid. But yeah, so the oil pan gasket is leaking, and apparently you need to lift the engine in order to get it, and that is something I am definitely not equipped for here in my my driveway. So that's another something that we're gonna have to take it to a shop to do. I found a third-party shop that can do these relatively easy, but let's just say you're in an area that you don't have a lot of third-party shops or anything like that, and your only option is to take it to the dealership. I thought we could call a dealership right now and get a quote for a full price on what it's gonna cost to fix both of these, and see just what it's like to own a BMW that needs, you know, real maintenance stuff done out of warranty. Alrighty, so I had to get in the car because planes are going by every 10 seconds and it's just ruining. I have to film everything 10 times basically. But let's go ahead, let's call our local BMW dealership and see how much it'll cost us to fix these. Out of warranty, full price.
Thank you for calling BMW of Houston North. This call may be monitored or recorded for quality purposes. For the service department, press 1. For
Somebody ever answers.
Thank you for calling BMW of Houston North. This is Julie. I can help you.
Yes, I need a price quote for some maintenance done on my BMW.
What type of service?
I need an oil filter housing gasket replaced and an oil pan gasket replaced.
Okay. For that, I'll have to get you with a service advisor. May I place you on a brief hold so I can see who I have available?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. One moment.
She's got to talk to a service advisor. Pretty sure it's going to be decently expensive for that, because normally they're able to just tell you right off the bat.
Always innovative, BMW has pioneered technology that creates exhilarating and efficient driving experiences.
Come on now.
In the 2017
Hello? Hello? Did they hang up on me?
BMW service speaking. I can help you.
Yes, I need a price quote for some maintenance done on my BMW.
Okay. What kind of BMW are we talking about, and then what kind of maintenance are we talking about?
I have a 2013 135 IS.
Okay.
And the maintenance is
And what kind of maintenance are you looking for?
the maintenance is an oil filter housing gasket and an oil pan gasket. I need them both fixed because they're leaking.
Okay, so oil filter housing gasket and oil pan gasket, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I already know that these prices are not going to be listed in my online price estimator. So if you don't mind, I'm going to get your information here, and I'm going to give you a call back.
Oh, okay, okay. And this is going to be a price quote for the full service of getting it fixed, correct?
Correct. Parts, labor, tax, everything.
All right, perfect. Yes, if you could give me a call back, that would be great.
Okay. What was your name?
My name is Matt. Alrighty, so just as we thought, he's going to have to give me a call back because he's got to look up the actual pricing of these parts and service and labor and tax and all that kind of stuff. So I have a feeling it's going to be pretty pricey. I will just give you guys a shout back when he calls back.
You will experience the...
Yes, I need a price quote for some maintenance for my BMW.
Okay, what would you like to know?
I have an oil filter housing gasket leak and an oil pan leak that I need fixed.
Alright, 1 second. What's the model of the car?
It is a 2013 BMW 135 IS.
Alright, no filter housing. What was that on?
Oil pan gasket.
Or convertible?
A coupe. It's the IS, yeah?
I gotcha. Okay, so for the oil pan seal, you're looking at 1630?
1630?
And more like 1630.
Okay.
And oil filter housing, you're looking at $1,464.
Already.
I can't tell which oil filter housing there is because there's two different options, but there's like a $60 difference. So one of them is $1,404 and the other one is $1,464.
Alrighty then, no problem.
I don't know which one it is.
Alright, thank you so much for the information.
My pleasure.
You guys heard it there live. $1,600 for changing my oil pan gasket, and $1,400 for the oil filter housing gasket. That's insane. That is a crazy amount of money. And you guys are all probably wondering how come I recalled. It's been almost an hour and the other dealership hasn't called me back yet. So I just called another dealership a little bit farther away just to get some information right away, because waiting an hour just sitting in my car like burning up and dying is just been super boring. But there's just a little gist of what it's like to own a BMW without a warranty. Because the oil pan gasket, yeah, that's a little bit of a tricky one. That's not something that I could do myself. The oil filter housing gasket, that is something that I could do myself with a little bit of specialized tools that I don't own, obviously, but I think the gasket itself, like the entire gasket kit with new screws, new everything like that, was barely $40 on BMW's website. And then the intake manifold, I almost just said intake valve. The intake manifold gasket was like $29. So if that's something I could do myself, I would definitely recommend attempting your own maintenance if you know what you're doing on a BMW without a warranty, because, I mean, you guys heard it live. That is an asinine amount of money. I would easily be in almost another $3,000 for two gaskets. I mean, I understand lifting the engine's kind of a little bit of a big job there, but I mean, it's not like you have to take the engine out. You're literally like, I've looked it up. It's just like, whoop, and then it comes out. It's not some crazy gigantic thing. You could do it with like an engine hoist jack or a lot of things, so it's not that bad. But there's just a little taste of what it's like to own a BMW without a warranty. If you guys would like to see more videos and stuff like this on little maintenance things, comment down below, let me know, like, hey, what's it like to do this? What's it like to do that? What's it like to be mad? I don't know. Dr. Seuss. Alrighty, well, there you have it. If you guys have any questions for me, write them in the comments down below. I'll be answering them. I always answer people. It's like, I don't know, I like to talk to all of you. But I'm rambling now, so until next time, I will see you guys later.